four-door coupe? It's an oxymoron. On this edition of Test Drive, the Mercedes-Benz CLS 63 AMG. When the Mercedes-Benz CLS debuted, it did so as the first of the so-called coupe sedans. The object of the exercise was to produce a four-door car with the rakish roofline and sporty profile of a two-door coupe. It worked then and it still does today. Simply, it adds considerable curb appeal. This CLS is actually kind of coupe-like. The roofline is very rakish and quite fast at the back end. Certainly, when you're getting in, you've got to watch your head on the roofline, but once you get inside, you'll find plenty of space for two adults. The other place this is very coupe-like, right here. You don't very often find sashless windows on a sedan. Now, when you get around to the back end here, 15 cubic feet of cargo capacity, split folding rear seats, and a neat trick. Now your groceries won't go walkabout. Dynamically, the CLS 63 AMG is a delight, and it boils down to the powertrain and a suspension system that can be all things to all drivers. The CLS 63 uses a 5.5-litre turbocharged V8. It is a superb piece of engineering. The 518 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque at just 1700 RPM satisfies the need for speed very nicely. The 0 to 100k time comes in at 4.2 seconds. It also has enough grunt to light the enormous 285/30R19 tyres up with alarming ease if the driver's daft enough to turn off the traction control system. When outrageous is not quite enough, you can option up to the AMG package. It does a number of things, the most important of which, it ups the turbo boost pressure to about 19 psi. That increases the horsepower to 550, but more importantly, it ups the torque to a tyre shredding 590 pound-feet. Now that's what you call habanero. The riotous power is fired to the road through AMG's multi-clutch technology 7-speed manumatic transmission. It features three very different driving modes: Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus. The Comfort mode pulls away in second gear and features an idle stop system that shuts the engine down whenever the CLS comes to a standstill. The combination cuts fuel consumption by upwards of 20% and it's ideally suited to an urban environment. The cabin of this CLS is an absolute delight. The materials, they speak for themselves, and there's some things that are worthy of note. For instance, the Drive Dynamic driver's seat, well, it does everything. It's fully articulated, and it has a number of pneumatic adjustments that actually allow you to do just about anything except put you in the passenger seat. The command system, it controls everything from the nav to the phone system to the multimedia side of the car. It is intuitive, and a lot of the information shows up actually in the dash. Now, the two things that drove me crazy, the turn signal and cruise control sit far too close together. As a result, you go to signal a turn and end up setting the cruise. And the last thing, right here, this seat belt. You plug it in, start the car, and it yanks you back into the seat. It drove me nuts. The suspension also features three distinctly different settings. The normal mode delivers a luxurious ride. Moving up to the Sport 1 and Sport 2 modes sees the suspenders get progressively firmer, as does the steering. The final dynamic link is found in the brake system. The two-piece composite rotors deliver a ton of fade-free stopping power, just as well given the power at play. The CLS 63 AMG really is a Jekyll and Hyde car. Select the Comfort mode and it purrs about town with none of the temperamental traits you expect from a full-on supercar. In fact, it also comes with the advantage of an idle stop system that conserves precious fuel. On the other hand, you select the Sport Plus mode and this thing is not only track ready, it's more than competitive.